This playthrough is rated T for teen. I'm a lumberjack and that's okay. I work all night and I sleep all day. I'm a lumberjack and that's okay. I work all night and I sleep all day. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Ratchet Clank. In the last episode, we explored Planet Iridia, found Skid McMarks and his manager, but the manager won't really help us until we become a star. We'll have to figure out where that's going on. But until then, let's head on to the logging site Eudora and see about taking out the robotic lieutenant. I wonder what they're doing on planet Eudora. Sounds nasty, whatever they're planning. So let's head on there.
Yes, quite lovely. That should just about do it. Commander, we are finished with this world. Commence towing our planet to its next destination. Lieutenant!
Yes, sir.
You have fulfilled your tree quota. Barely.
We are ready to return to base.
Not so fast, Lieutenant. Just because we don't need any more trees doesn't mean they should have them. Destroy everything.
Well, looks like they want to destroy this planet to take all the trees. Well, I'm going to have to speak for the trees and take these guys out. So let's continue on. Let's go. Let's see. We got 2 major locations to go to. So let's go through the first area since this one's closer. And we got a trespasser here. All right. Oh, right. I forgot to mention there is a Gadgetron here. So let's check that out really quick. I don't think I'll have the bolts for it, but let's see. Let's see. We got, new weapon. The Gloves of Doom. Or, sorry, Glove of Doom, but we don't have enough money. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that there is some extra dialogue on the top here. Bomb Glove. Throw bombs at your enemies. Boom! And there's, like, extra dialogue if you just, or extra lines if you just leave it there. Gadgetron is your one-stop shop
buddy, I ain't got all day.
for all your gadget and ammunition needs. I guess this game has little money. I think you can stand here all day, buddy. Check out our all new line of medium and long range gadgets. I think there's a couple more if I recall.
Let's go, buddy. I ain't got all day.
Gadgetron. Okay. I mean, there's others, but I think it kind of randomizes. So let's check out the Pyrocider. Pyrocider. This fearsome weapon really shines at close range. Great for taking out those pesky small enemies. Okay.
Let's go, buddy. I ain't got all day.
Blaster. Point it more or less at the bad guys and mow them down. All right, and then finally, Glove of Doom. Glove of Doom. Launch a horde of exploding buddies to chase down
Let's go, buddy. I ain't got
your
all day.
foes. All right, so that'd be kind of cool. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Not that it was a big deal, but I thought I'd show that off. You know, show little bits of detail behind the, you know, little humorous anecdotes and stuff like that. All right. Yeah, just grabbing all this free. Oh, right. There's a skill point and a no, probably got too far away. There's a skill point and a gold bolt here. The skill point is we had to destroy 10 of those random vehicles running around.
Use your Gadgetron trespasser to unlock this security.
Yes, I know, lady. Be quiet. Leave me alone. Quit bugging me. No. Okay. So let's just. Yeah, this one's easy. Yeah, action games. Sometimes action games do need something different in the between just to kind of fill things out a bit, if that makes sense. Actually, I don't think I can destroy those, can I? Nope. Has to be those flying vehicles, so luckily... no. There we go. That counts as one. It just has to be 10. It doesn't have to be specific, specific ones. So, all right, let's float down this way. Use our handy dandy helipad. Woo! Oh yeah, I think I finally fixed the slowdown issue on my recording setup. So hopefully it'll be minimum in the future. So, I think I remember correctly that in the original game, the Ratchet Clank series is quite heavy duty when it comes to like using the system's setup and everything like that, like the PS2 and all that. So I wouldn't be surprised. I would have on if you're using certain recording setups, then you might have some weird slowdown to it. But anyway, luckily, by turning these wrenches, we can just jump our way to victory. Good thing the villain just happened to have these things placed in the right way, so we could just get to our location. Thank you, incompetent villains. I mean, I guess you wouldn't want to have an intelligent villain, because, you know, they could possibly, you know, ruin your day, as it were. Alright. Yep, another trespasser. Or a lock, I guess. Convenient how everything's designed exactly with that in mind. But anyway, we've got a new mechanic here, a part of the puzzle. It's a blocker. Basically, it'll block your way. So you have to move your stuff just right to make sure it doesn't get blocked out. There we go. And as far as I'm aware of, there's multiple solutions to that. It's not, you don't have to do that one specifically. I think later on there might be ones where you specifically have to do in a specific order. There he is. Is he T-posing or exercising? Well, anyway, stop destroying the trees, dude.
You sure showed him.
I suppose I did.
Is your current occupation leaving a rotten taste in your mouth? Then you need to know about BTS, Blarg Tactical Research Station. Hi, I'm Supreme Executive Chairman Drek, and we here at BTS are seeking motivated individuals to fill positions in these exciting careers. Grind boot tester, warhead assembly technician, mutant animal husbandry, robot repairman, suck cannon test dummy, and administrative assistant. So call BTS. Build our weapons while you build your future.
I'm calling BTS today.
Now we're talking. Did you see all the cool gadgets they're making? Let's go get some.
No, we must continue our search for Captain Qwark.
You're absolutely right.
I am?
Sure. We need to find Qwark. Although when we find him, wouldn't it be nice to be able to tell him where Chairman Drek is?
I suppose.
Well, we go to the space station and talk to the scientists. They work for Drek, so they're bound to know where he is.
I am unsure about your logic.
Ah, you think too much. Come on, let's go.
Ratchet knows how to manipulate Clank, but then again, he was born literally yesterday. Or, I don't know how much time has passed, but he wasn't born that long ago, so... yeah, I kind of like, I've mentioned this before, but I like this version of Ratchet. In the later games, he becomes way too much of a goody-goody to the point of, like, annoying, if that makes sense. Like, he loses a lot of his personality, I think, from this game. Like, there's a reason to grow and everything like that, but, right, still don't have enough money. Okay. Whoops, I keep hitting that. I'm all bad because I'm too close. Alright, let's, take out some of these, wood guys, although I can just leave them alone, but I want to clear out the area for a second. Yeah, they're just, I guess just woodcutters, I guess. Let's see if I can get a couple of, yeah, ships while I'm here. There'll be less stuff later. Now, I think over in this general area, I think there's a gold bolt. Oh, we got some chainsaw buddies, or whatever you want to call them. We got more of them. Let's see. Wrong button. Yeah, too far away. I know you can get a couple here if you wait long enough, but maybe this guy. Although there's some weapons later on that make it a lot easier to destroy these things. So if you want to save all your skill point collecting for like later, that's fine. But anyway, what's that? A gold. Oops, I meant to. Yeah. No. Stay flat. Let me use this. This'll guarantee I use the or not. There we go. No, maybe I wasn't close enough. We're supposed to use the power jump on this thing, so there we go. Got close enough. There it is. And that's the gold bowl for this area. Yeah, Euphoria doesn't have much in the way of whoa! Well then, whose fault was that? That was what I get for not paying attention. Well then, I deserve that. I don't think if you die you have to redo the skill points. I don't think so anyway. Yeah, that was kind of dumb of me. I knew they were off in the distance, but I was like, I'll be fine, and then I get knocked off. Well then. But unfortunately, there's nothing even over here. Well, if anything, I can just take out some more while we're in the general area. There it is. Okay. Yeah, it combines. But anyway, yeah, I get a skill point for killing 10 vehicles. Doesn't matter what they are. Alright, now let's go on to the next section. Let's raise this drawbridge. Raise the bridge! It's gonna get me. Ah! I was hoping I would actually finish him off before he actually got to me, but oh well. Like more chainsaw buddies or whatever. I don't actually remember what their actual names are. I could look them up, I guess. I think there's also like online. There's some guides that tell you exactly who everyone is, and I think there's also some creator stuff you can find about this game that talks about like what the name of enemies are and everything like that. I mean, really the only ones that are important are the bosses and everything like that, but still. And some of this stuff you can completely ignore. Like this section right here, there's nothing to it, so. Just there to get some healing, that's it. But I'm doing it mainly for bolts, so I can buy that Glove of Doom. And I've got to say Glove of Doom like that every time. Oh, sorry, Glove of Doom! I have to say it every time like that. It's the law. Didn't you know? I obey the law. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I do love the animations and everything in this game. You can tell there's a lot of detail put into it. They could have easily just had them just get hit and that's it. You know, turn red and fall backwards, but no, they actually have them like, you know, groan and make faces when they get hit. You know, a lot of games wouldn't put that much detail into it. And I know this is a PS2 game, but even some modern games don't do that, you know. And yes, in the grand scheme of things, it's probably not that big of a thing to have, but I don't know, just makes the game more alive. I always saw these games as like Ratchet Clank, Jak and Daxter and stuff like that. I always saw these games as like Saturday morning cartoon games. Like the stories and everything like that were kind of reminiscent of stuff like that. Yeah, so they were, you know, like a cartoon. They would have expressive faces and everything like that. So it made it a bit more fun to play. You know, remind me of my childhood. You know, because remember back in the day, for those who don't remember, back in the day, cartoons used to play on like weekends and like certain weekdays, but you know, you come after school and watch cartoons, or on Saturday you'd stay and eat some like sugary cereal that was bad for you, and then watch like, I don't know, like Power Rangers, or well, Power Rangers is not a cartoon, but you know, or the DuckTales or some afternoon block of cartoons or something like that. You know? Not anymore. Now you can just watch cartoons whenever, so there's never really a specific time to sit down and watch it. I do kind of miss that, but I understand, like, with modern technology, that doesn't make sense to restrict. I mean, other than waiting, obviously restricted for when you're waiting for the show or whatever to come out, you know. Can you actually jump up there? No. That'd be interesting if you could. Some enemies, some places you can't, even though there's no point to them. Oh yeah, there was a new enemy here, like I guess just a blaster guy or something like that. Tries to hit you from afar like a coward. Well, you got hit with a wrench. How's that for cowardly? Oh yeah, we got enough bolts for the Glove of Doom now, so we can get that. But let's finish this place up. Yeah, this planet's pretty quick, if I remember correctly, so nothing we had to worry about. Whee. I mean, technically I could go through these levels like super fast if I really wanted to, because like 9 times out of 10, a lot of it is just here for bolt collecting. But I want to collect all the bolts because I want to do all the gold bolts later, or gold weapons later, which require a lot of bolts. And we need to stack up on those. I know there's like cheaper methods to grind for bolts, but I just wanted to kind of enjoy the journey and have you come around. And I didn't want this to be like one of those series where, you know, I have like hour-long episodes. I want them to like be kind of planet-specific, unless the episode is like so short that I go, okay, I need to maybe add something a little bit extra to the episode, like getting skill points or gold bolts or whatever. Like on other levels I might have missed at the time, or I couldn't because I wanted to get them kind of back together. Like I'll probably end up getting another skill point today just because from back at Kerwin. Just because this we're almost done with this planning. Like I said, some planets are faster than others. Actually, most planets in this game are actually pretty quick. That's why I like the design of this. Isn't bloated. Yes, sometimes you kind of wish you were in a certain level a little bit longer because maybe you find it a little bit more interesting. But for the most part, I think they stick around just long enough to enjoy it. But you know, now you're on to the next adventure. You know. All right, time to find our way down this way. Let's see. We must fly. I fly on the wings of a robot. I can hope I can touch the sky. And then there's a dude here who will get blasted because he's trying to taunt me. Kind of reminds me of that episode of the Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just the whole sword technique, and then just gets shot. Like, whoops. I think I've already talked about this before, but an interesting side note, they were actually going to have a full-fledged like fight between the two, Indy and the sword fighter, but Harrison Ford was sick that day, and I don't know if it was him or someone else, but someone suggested that why doesn't he just shoot him? And they're like, oh yeah. And then they make fun of that later on in Lost Crusade, or was it Temple of Doom? I think it was Temple of Doom, never mind. It's been forever since I've watched the movies. I need to again, those are good ones. And there were only 3 of them. Only 3. No more existed past that point. And that's sad but good, right? Because, you know, the trilogy, stuck the landing, boom, we are done. There's nothing more. I'm serious. Don't look it up. Believe me. Believe the random internet player of video games. You can trust me. I am a good guy. Oh, I do think I'm a reasonable person. But anyway, let's continue finishing this place and get out of here. I think we're doing enough for the trees. The Lombax would be proud. Yep, the original movie. There wasn't any extra Lombax movies. There was only the one movie about the Lombax. There wasn't a movie made by a certain company that like basically defeated the whole purpose of the movie with their marketing and everything. Nope, only one Lombax movie. There's none others. I don't care what you say. That remake was terrible. Ooh, what's this?
Gadgetron's suck cannon can vacuum up multiple enemies, then fire them out as high-caliber missiles. Caution, enemies must be small enough to fit inside the barrel.
Yeah, so no grabbing big axe dudes or bosses or whatever. So I think the idea of the way this level is placed after getting the suck cannon is if I hadn't destroyed him, here's one here. Is the idea is it's supposed to make you use the cannon to show off what it can do. But yeah, you just suck them up and then shoot them at things. Awesome. I love the weapon designs in this series, just in general. Wait till later on, though. Even though this one's probably my favorite, but some of the weapon designs get a little bit more fun later on. But yeah, all you do is just suck guys up and just shoot them at people. So the ammunition is only based on who's with you at the time. So anyway, let's go ahead and buy the Glove of Doom.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Except you don't actually punch people with it. Let me show you. Yep, they're just little creatures that chase down the closest targets, and they'll follow you to a certain extent, and then hit other enemies and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Fun if you want a little extra firepower while you're blasting people. You can throw down a glove of doom and switch to like your blaster or something like that. So anyway, since the level's done, we could end, but let me go ahead and get another skill point while we're in the area. Let's go back to Kerwin. I would like to get both skill points, but unfortunately the other skill point I can't get because I don't have the weapon capable of doing it right now. But since it'll only take me like a second to do it. Like most of the stuff, like going back to other planets after you unlock all the shortcuts, it's really easy to go back and get the rest of the gold bolts or skill points if you're trying to 100% it. So I guess I could mention what the other skill point is in this level is. Well, there's two. One is destroying. I believe it's this level is destroying a blimp, but I don't have the weapon that can do that. Which is, you see that one flying off in the distance. You just have to destroy a blimp. The other one is destroying that bot, that Qwark bot there. But I don't have, another case of I don't have the weapon available to destroy it. So, but there is one I could get right now. I could have gotten it on my way here, but it was one of those things I didn't remember at the time. He tried to bite me. But yeah, I didn't remember at the time exactly where it was. So anyway, we just have to run to get back to Al's Al's shop. Unfortunately, there's not much to say to Al. Yeah, see. Okay. But anyway, we need to get underneath the legs of his mascot on his shop, but we have to jump from a very high location to do that. So let's head on over. And luckily, we have a very good spot for that right over here. Yeah, quick and easy, especially since I'm not trying to grind for... I mean, I'll still grab bolts on the way, but I'm not actively trying to do that, so... You're taking your time. You're taking a sweet time. All right. But anyway, yeah, plans go by faster if I'm not trying to grab every single bolt. But I like, the first time through a level, I'll, take my sweet time. After that, I'll just go through it. So, all right, yeah, jump off this part here, and we got to fly to that robot over there. Yep, flying. Woo! Look how awesome that guy is. Anyway, we just have to get under his legs, and yeah, we get a skill point for that. So, awesome. Now let's head back to the ship. And I think we'll call it there, because the next planet we'll go to will have its own challenges and own skill points and gold bolts. Although I think on that one there's only one skill point, and that one's kind of hard to do depending on what inventory you got at the time. And I think it's got 2 gold bolts, but I need an item that I won't have access to for a little while after that. So, but anyway, with that little info bot that we got, we found out that there's a space station with some cool gadgets to grab. What awaits us in there? What cool gadgets will we grab? And what was it about those creatures being fed? What was it something about, in space no one can hear you scream? We'll find out next time in the next episode of Ratchet and Clank. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time.